guys, welcome. Going to, okay. Hopefully you can hear me. Apparently can't have it the other way. If for some reason you can't hear me, make sure you guys let me know. I'll speak up because right now my microphone is covered. Make sure that you say hello as you are passing by, because today we're going to be talking about a really neat topic, and it literally changed the way that I do things, so I'm really excited to share it with you. It's something that I teach in my holistic approach to marketing master course. Is that better? You can hear me? Yay! Okay, awesome. So I'm going to, real quick, while you guys are gathering, I'm going to share this video as I promised into some other groups, just like I always do. For those of you that join my lives every Monday, you know the drill. You got to give me 1 minute. I'm going to go ahead and share this out to some of the groups that I've started up, including Powerpreneurs, so our entrepreneur friends can watch it, as well as Wellness Marketeers, so that our wellness entrepreneurs can go ahead and watch it as well and join in. If you are fit into any of those categories, make sure that you also go ahead and join the group as well. So give me 1 second. All right, awesome. So let's get all to procrastination. As you guys join in, make sure that you say hello. If you have any questions about procrastination or anything like that, make sure that you let me know. You just type them in, and I'm going to try not to get distracted and answer them towards the end. But even if I don't get to them towards the end, I make sure to answer them for you after the fact. And of course, if you are watching this after it goes live, you're still welcome to ask questions. I will, of course, be there. So first and foremost, procrastination is something that hopefully by the end of this live, you're going to start getting excited about rather than fearing it, right? A lot of us we hate procrastination because we know it doesn't lead anywhere good. And that is very true. However, if we retrain our brain to think that procrastination is actually something to get excited about, right? Because procrastination can lead us to massive growth, then we are able to actually achieve that massive growth, okay? But procrastination is not actually where this whole vicious cycle starts. It starts with fear. I drew out this handy-dandy diagram. I don't know how much of it you guys can see, but it starts with fear, right? So when we procrastinate, we're actually fearing something. And we are fearing one of two things, and you guys have heard me talk about this before as well. We are fearing either failure, or even more often, we are fearing success, right? And that means, where are we going once we do the thing that we are procrastinating from doing, right? Now, the neat thing is that once we get through procrastinating, and I'll go through the whole cycle with you guys, but once we get over procrastinating, once we start getting excited about procrastination and actually do the things that we are procrastinating, we are actually so much closer to our goals. And in most cases, it's really, really not that scary. Our brains make up monsters. They create these monsters, right? So what happens when we procrastinate? After we procrastinate, is inaction, right? That means that we are not doing anything. And inaction causes anxiety, right? And anxiety causes for us to have a loss of time. I'm sure you can't read my little chicken scrabble there. And loss of time comes back to fear, right? So again, it goes fear, then we procrastinate, and procrastination creates inaction. Inaction creates anxiety, and anxiety creates a loss of time, and loss of time is back to the fear. And it's a vicious cycle which we can absolutely break, and you can break it by the end of hearing me talk all about it, okay? Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I figured it would be a little easier for a visual, but maybe not on Facebook Lives, right? So when we have something to do, right? Whatever it is that you may be procrastinating. Funny enough, today was one of those days for me where I was in procrastination. It's not something that is ever curable. It's something that is manageable. But before, I used to think of procrastination or whatever when procrastination was happening, and I would just beat myself up, right? A lot of us do that. We're like, oh, why don't you just get it done? Like, what is wrong with you? Why are you not like other people where, you're constantly doing things or whatever? Why can't you just get this thing done, right? And you do everything. You'll start cleaning your house before you get that thing done, right? So when we have procrastination, our brain is like, oh, you suck, right? That's the type of kind of down language that we're talking to ourselves. So what we need to start doing now is to actually start getting excited when we are procrastinating, which is so totally unnatural, but it's so important, okay? Because when we start training our brain to get excited about procrastination, it no longer becomes a conversation where you are telling yourself you suck. You are actually telling yourself, yes, procrastination is here, which means that we now know what we need to do in order to move forward. Because guys, we always procrastinate on the things that make us move forward in one way or another. So procrastination is not only the key to massive growth, it is literally the compass for what you need to do in order to get to the next level, okay? Have you ever just finally did what it is that you were procrastinating about and you were like, yes, right? So the reason being is because it's actually moving you forward. It's moving you to where you need to be, right? But the first part of dealing with procrastination is figuring out why are you fearing that thing, right? Before you have that negative self-talk, you need to ask yourself and not dive too deep into it, right? We don't want to procrastinate doing it just by thinking, but we want to ask ourselves, why is this thing, why are we procrastinating it, okay? A lot of times it's because we don't know quite how to do it, right? Or we don't think that we have the resources to do it, right? But when we actually, and especially I like to write this out, right? When we ask ourselves, why am I procrastinating this thing? We realize that our reasons or our excuses are really poor, okay? They're really, really bad excuses because we have all the resources, we have what we need, and if we don't, then we need to go ahead and get them. But these are the things that are going to move us forward. And like I said, more times than the fear of failure, we fear the success of what's going to happen when we actually complete that thing. Because when we complete that thing that we may not know how to do, right, now we know how to do it, we are now at the next level, and now we have more responsibility, right, of whatever comes with accomplishing that thing. So having procrastination as something that your brain is trained to get excited about, and like I said, at first it's going to be very unnatural, but it's a very important step, right? So how do you actually do it? There's no secret to it. Next time you feel yourself procrastinating something, you're going to write out, why am I procrastinating this thing? Okay, you're literally just going to take, I prefer pen and paper, but you're going to ask yourself, why am I procrastinating this thing? And you're going to give yourself bullet point reasons of why. And then, more cases than not, you're going to realize that those are very silly excuses as to why you are procrastinating that thing, okay? The next step, you're going to say, I'm really excited that I am procrastinating because now I know exactly what I need to do in order to move forward. Again, use procrastination as a compass, okay? So once we have that, it breaks the whole cycle. Fear is still there. Procrastination is still going to be there. I know you guys can't see it too well, but we now can cross out inaction. We can cross out anxiety, right? Because inaction causes anxiety, but if there's no inaction, there's not going to be anxiety. We can cross out the loss of time, right? So all we're really dealing with is fear and procrastination, and those two things are going to be there for the rest of your life, so you better just learn how to manage it. It's not curable, okay? There's no cure. So, guys, I hope that if you have any questions now's the time to go ahead and ask them, or you can ask after the lives. But make sure that you use this, okay? Especially during the holiday time, it's so easy. Anytime before right before Thanksgiving through New Year's, it's like people take a vacation, you know? But people procrastinate and they find different reasons to procrastinate and all of that good stuff. But there's really no reason to not keep moving forward as the holidays are going. Start your 2018 now. And that's one of the ways that you can do that is by getting excited from procrastination. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and we will see you next Monday. Thanks, guys.